Think of Me is the second song chronologically in the Story of Missy and Johnny. It was released as part of the full EP, and it basically just tells the story of Missy's derailment into insanity and her anger.
You know, she's met this person who she's fallen in love with, and life is better than she could have ever imagined.
Is then abandoned in the middle of the night by her partner, who's chosen music over her.
She's left to look after their dog and everything they owned, and finds out she's been cheated on, and that to the person who was her everything, she was just a moment.
She goes after him. She's angry. She's vengeful.
She's out for blood.
Think of Me is definitely one of our more upbeat and playful yet chaotic songs. It happens to be in Drop D, which personal favourite tune, and it came about after we were playing around with Good Metal Hearts, and I think we'd finished it, and then the obligatory noodle, the post rehearsal noodle came about, and it sprung from there really. The influence for this song tends to lean more to the grungier side of rock, with it being in Drop D, which is prominent tuning for that sort of music. It does lean more into that category, I feel. While the song is more towards the grungier side of rock, it's still got that bluesy element, and a band that we take inspiration from all the time, Callio. I think this song represents their songs in a way. It's got that beefy, spunky tone. It grooves.
When we're playing live and during practice, I always have to make the joke that I don't have to tune down, but the others do, and that's because for the bassists out there, I got a bass extender fitted, like a drop tuner, so all I have to do is flip a little switch and it goes down a full step. I went for a slap sound in the chorus of this, and I'm really inspired by people like Larry Graham, who famously invented slap, and part of the band Sly and Family Stone and Graham Central Station. And for this, I was slapping on flat wound strings, which Larry Graham famously did do, so it's got that kind of tone about it, and it's a bit of a tribute to him.
So this is the song where I get to sort of beat the out of the drums. It's very fast, or at least when we play it live, it's very fast, like 1.5 to 2 times the tempo of the actual song. It's very much a punk sort of beat. It's sort of that kick snare kind of beat that is quite common in punk. It's very grungy in terms of guitars and stuff as well. It's one of those songs that's designed to get people jumping up and down. It's full of energy and it's very aggressive.
Smoke Baby, I Think of Me, turn you back on all of those dirty deeds. Smoke Baby, I Think of Me, I'll say a whole lot of nothing and I'll watch you bleed. Obviously when you're angry, it sometimes feels like a rush of heat. This idea of smoke and burning is to kind of reflect that. In a sense, Missy's saying, okay, leave, turn your back on me and all the mistakes you've made, live your life, but it's going to crash and burn, and you're going to think of me while it does. It goes to the second verse after that. I really like this one because the way it rolls off the tongue, I really like singing it. Yeah. Hey, roll me in between your hit of nicotine, like the flame and see what it's like to feel me in between your teeth. I find it really fun to sing live.
I was always going to say,
it rolls off the tongue.
I always look at you for that line, your hit of nicotine, because the way you say that as well, I'm just like, that's so cool. There's something about it, yeah.
It's just really fun. The bridge bit, we actually didn't... Well, we had a bridge, but we added so much more to it, obviously. You added a lot more. I mean, I'm going down in flames, burn a fire across my heart, I'm coming out my cage. You came up with those lines in the studio, right?
Yeah, so I've just improvised them in the studio when we were in with George. I think it's when you were doing the bridge, you were adding some little ad-libs.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of next to George and I sort of came across that melody in my head. I was like, I want to go try that. I went in and it sort of does feel like I'm unleashing that anger that's sort of within the song. The whole song sort of relates to the theme of anger.
Yeah.
So when I went in to do that, I sang it quite aggressively. And sort of linking at what Ewan was saying, how we're sort of influenced by grunge music and sort of them heavy tones. I sort of want to replicate like a lot of the Seattle grunge singers, like Lane Staley from Alice in Chains and Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. And it just felt, it suits the song.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
I think you're right. Like, I feel like the whole song's like this, really like upbeat. It's kind of like the anger's building and building and building, and it's just really aggressive and really upbeat throughout the whole thing. And then when it gets to the bridge, it kind of just takes a breather for a sec. But then you actually, it's like that's it. Like, it's exploded, and then you kind of like unleashing like this like really aggressive vocal. It's kind of like it's just exploded. And I really love the breakdown.
Same.
It's very fun.
Despite how much it knocks me vocals when I sing it live, I love it. At the end, we have another dual vocal type thing.
Yeah,
So,
we do ad-libs at the end as well.
So you're gonna think of me.
You know what you believe.
There you go. And I Watch You Bleed is like a big foreshadow of what's to come.
Yeah.
Obviously linking like violence, and I think this song's quite violent as well.
It is quite violent when you think about it, yeah. It's kind of like one big foreshadow, I feel like, to what, like you say, what's to come to Johnny in the future.
Yeah. ... So there wasn't any proper promo material for Think of Me because it wasn't released as a single.
There was no videos, there was no photo shoots or anything, so the way that you'd have to stream it would be with the EP. And as I said before, if you don't stream the songs, I'll find you.
We do play it at our live shows, and if you want to hear it, you know.
To feel the full intensity of the song, you'd have to catch it live. You'd have to come to one of our shows and watch us perform it, because everyone's moving on stage, everyone's moving in the crowd, and it's one of those songs that you can absolutely let loose to.
Let it all fly out the window.
Stream Think of Me now.
Or don't, but I'd really rather you do.
The stripped back session will be out tomorrow.
Yeah, it was maybe like you watch Disney Channel.
Small bird.